on based upon your inventions, what are your visions and goals you are looking for?
So I want to have as much impact on the lives of people as possible. I believe artificial intelligence is a great way to do that. I want to make an application that would benefit the people of the nation at an enormous scale. So it could give them career guidance and would basically guide their lives and be a companion with them and help direct their lives for the future. I also have other ideas regarding computer vision, which could stop all thefts and make this world a safer place.
You are doing this all with this two Eazytech and Tensix.
Yes.
Could you please elaborate these two?
So Easytech, it's been 2 years since Easytech has been running. So what Easytech is, we want to make technology affordable and accessible for all. So we have a range of projects. We have our hardware projects, and we have our own operating systems, and we also have other embedded systems like the Easy Switch, and we have mobile applications too under Easytech. So this we are all doing this for a social cause and in Easytech, and we want to we want to impact the lives for the better. And TensaX is mainly for artificial intelligence and decentralized blockchain based applications. So we have I'm running 3 projects which I'm getting patented, and I'll be making them into products as soon as possible.
How do you think you can change the future by these technology?
So I believe ये कैसे हो गया ना हो गया ये
नहीं,
वो आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस कैन डू दिस वाली चीज़
जो आपने पहले जो बोला उसके
हाँ उसी के अंदर बोल दिया
Okay, next question. Pathshala. You're on Sunday Pathshala.
Yes.
We heard that you support 150 underprivileged children through your inventions.
So yes, we use the compute box and the operating system running on it to teach these underprivileged children, and it runs every Sunday. So it's been 2 years, near completing 3 years since this has been running, and this runs in 4 villages in Rajasthan, and sometimes in Ladakh, and this will soon start in Zambia and Zimbabwe in Africa.
In such a young age, this is unimaginable. So, what motivated you to do this?
I was always curious. I always wanted to learn more. I wanted to see how things work. I wanted to make something. I really enjoy making stuff in general. So then I realized that I could turn my ideas into products and change the world.
We heard that you are working for government also.
Yes.
So, what are the projects that you are working for government of Rajasthan?
So in 2016, I made an app. So it was a nationwide app. So it has features like you could report problems of your surroundings. Let's say, for example, there are potholes on the road, or there's an electricity problem, or if you see a lot of pollution there's around. So you could just click a picture, and it would generate a detailed report. It would take your location and send it straight away to the development authority. And I recently participated in the IT Day hackathon, which to Guinness Book of World Records became the world's largest hackathon, by the way. And I was the youngest participant over there, and I had an idea of a blockchain script for Bhamasha and eMitra. So this would stop all the data scams and the data leaks that happen to the public data records under the government policies, and this would make it a whole lot secure and fast.
What are your future plans?
So I want to pursue entrepreneurship, and I want to impact as many lives as possible.
Okay, thank you, Aryan Singh.
What?
Rolling.
What made you motivated from an ordinary kid to an unimaginable kid?
I was always interested in technology. I always wanted to learn more about them. I used to open everything and wanted to look inside and I wanted to know how these things worked. So I was creating a lot of projects by then. So I was creating one project a week so that I could create 4 projects in a month. And a lot of these projects turned into products, and now I have 3 of them with me. And I really believe these projects can help contribute to a better world.
Aryan, I'm just adding on. Just explain what came to your mind when you wanted to invent something or something new. What was going in your mind? Why a thought to invent or get into technology? Were you always inclined towards it? Or what was
Always
it?
starting से ही. There's no specific ऐसा moment कि उसके बाद that after that day I did it. There's nothing like that.
So it was
Starting से ही
nothing
था.
that, like a normal child, one would get into games and Xbox and all that. So that never interested you that you should get into
मेरा
that
interest
with
अलग था. I was more curious about how it worked. Is it rolling?
Yeah, continue.
Tell us something about your invention, your mission, and goals.
So I made a lot of projects. I have 3 of them with me right now. And for the past year, I've been working on artificial intelligence and blockchain. So I'm creating a platform that on which artificial intelligence and blockchain could run together. So it's a decentralized network of artificial intelligence and uh, this if you could say this is one example of it. So this is a device for the army. So this senses the environment around, and it has a camera module which takes in the primary colors. And for the prototype I'm using an ultrasonic sensor that could give out the geometric complexity, and the AI then creates a camouflage based on the surroundings, which can be printed on sheets and which can be stuck on troops, cars, and bunkers. So imagine if the army people are going on a plane, and the plane scans the environment mid-air, and it generates a camouflage, and they print it and they stuck it on themselves and they jump off. So they remain stealth all the time. And I believe the army uniform has never been redesigned or reimagined since the beginning. It's always been the basic green. I want to change that. I discovered that war scenes change drastically over time. We see during the daytime it's different, and during the nighttime it's different, and yeah, even the change of seasons. And okay, if there's a hazard, for let's say a bomb went off, so the landscape changes entirely. So I want to create something that could reduce a lot of casualties and would help troops remain stealth.
You are an technologic veteran from an age of 12. So how will you manage all the things?
इस क्वेश्चन में थोड़ा सा है.
From age of 8.
8 से 8 भी नहीं था मेरा, हमेशा से ही था. पापा से पूछा था मैंने क्या हुआ,
So
ऑलवेज
that's
ही.
okay. See, questions are not going to
हाँ.
come. It's only your answers will go. So you can continue.
अच्छा. Okay. So I always was interested in technology. I was more interested in how they work, how these gadgets work, than using them. So I always wanted to know what's inside and how the basic how-tos of everything that. Cut karo. So I was more interested in how these things worked. I wanted to look inside them. I wanted to know what's inside and how these things work. And I was always curious about technology. I mean, since the beginning.
Could you elaborate more about Eazytech and Tencent?
Eazytech hata do. 10x only.
Okay. Repeat.
10x.
Yes.
So in the beginning of this year, I started this organization. It's called Tensa X. So our motto is innovating intelligence. So here we're gonna create. I'm gonna create a platform in which artificial intelligence and blockchain can be integrated together and can be made into this sort of framework that everyone could use. And I'm also working with the biggest media houses to get and making artificial intelligence available everywhere. And you see, artificial intelligence is also being used everywhere. So even from your smartphones, the virtual assistants, the keyboard suggestions. But I want to use that on a global scale. So I'm working on computer vision. So let's say if there's a possible threat or a robbery, the AI would detect that and it would notify the police. So it's a big project which I'm getting patented. It's sort of a real life search engine. And with that, I'm also working on this project for the army, and I'm also working on a project for wildlife conservation. So it could stop all of poaching. and really AI can help bring about change in the real world.
How do you think that you can change the future by technology?
ये आंसर है इसका तो almost similar to what I just said.
You can go to the next question. Yeah.
You run Sunday Pathshala.
संडे पाठशाला कवर हो गया फिर से बट वी आर गोइंग टू हाईलाइट एआई एंड ब्लॉकचेन. अच्छा
You can talk about what is Sunday
हाँ
Pathshala and
Eazytech भी बताना पड़ेगा. Eazytech भी बताना.
Make it interesting. See, add some value into it. You are just saying you are doing this underprivileged 150 kids is a big thing. You can make it a big
See,
thing.
what you have to say, I know I'm too young, but I have shouldered the responsibility. Talk about what is Pathshala, what is the concept, and then say that I'm doing it with the help of my friends, parents, whatever, but I am solely taking the initiative. So I like to be doing different things, and I like to do it from my heart. So, so you can mention, thoda sa elaborate karke. And you can not by the book, you can go with your heart, whatever you feel like. So don't think you're being judged, just speak.
And second, don't so fast nahi, thoda slow. All thing is very good. You are doing it very good, but thoda slow बोलो.
It's like emotional connect.
हाँ वो कर दो तो बहुत अच्छा. Then the reports क्या है ना viewers, they will everything it will become in news. But the viewers वही देखते हैं जहाँ emotionally connect हो. Connect something emotional. That I have seen the
Say it from your heart.
of 150 under. Ready?
You run Sunday Pathshala. We hear that you support 150 underprivileged children through your innovation. Tell us more about that.
So Sunday Pathshala is an initiative of Eazytech. It's an organization. We want to make technology affordable, accessible and effective for all. So Sunday Pathshala focuses on underprivileged children mainly. We run this in four villages in Rajasthan, occasionally in Ladakh, and it's soon going to start in Zambia and Zimbabwe in Africa. So every Sunday this class goes on for underprivileged children and we teach them computer science and English. So what I discovered is I went to this village, it's called Narangpura, and I saw these kids have never seen a computer in their life. So I had an idea to take this initiative. So conventional laptops and computers were too expensive for them. So I made this project. I call it the Easy Compute Box. So it's a cost efficient computer. So I designed it for them. It's completely 3D printed, and they couldn't use conventional operating systems yet because they didn't know English. So I made an operating system for them. It's called EasyOS, and it's completely graphical, so even uneducated people can use it. So we have changed lives of 150 underprivileged children by now. So they can type, they can surf the internet, they can use word processors, and they can do regular stuff on the internet. And all the people, the village sarpanch, they are all happy with this, and they believe their children could get employment in this world. They would not resort to doing conventional farming.
You are doing all that for the unprivileged children. What is your motivation that you have explored your mind in this ride?
So I always wanted to make a difference, cast an impact on other people's lives. So I believe that I could do that with my projects, with my skills. I spend a lot of time. I believe I could do it with my projects. So I spend a lot of time learning artificial intelligence, machine learning, and I'm also doing blockchain. So I believe these projects, including this is one of my very first prototypes using both of AI and blockchain. So basically we use blockchain so as to keep the design secure, and we also use the concept of proof of existence. I'm using Ethereum for that, and so that we would be able to trace who has the designs of the camouflage. And I believe these projects like this and the other 3 projects that I'm working on, which I'm getting patented by the way, can help impact the world for the better.
What is the project you are working on for government of Rajasthan?
So in 2016, I made an app for the government. It was for Android, as I believe they have 86% of the market share. So if the app was just 3 megabytes, and you could just click a picture, and it would generate a report of the environment. For let's say you have a road problem, there are a lot of potholes on the road. So you could just click a picture, it would generate a detailed report and send it straight away to the development authority. Likewise, you can report electricity problems, you could report pollution problems, or even report. You can even report government officials if they are not working right.
Regarding
And I recently participated in the hackathon. It was the IT Day hackathon, which by the Guinness Book of World Records became the world's largest hackathon. And I was the youngest participant there. And I had an idea of creating a blockchain algorithm for Bhamasha and eMitra. So this would stop all of the data privacy scams and all the data leaks that happen with the government, and make all of our data records really secure. And this would also make them fast and effective. So as to the data would, ठीक है वो ज़रूरत नहीं काट देंगे इतनी है. I don't want to go too
You
deep.
have achieved the unimaginable at such a young age. What motivates you to explore technology?
I was always interested in technology. I wanted to learn more. I was curious. And there was this hidden force that drives me to do this. I wanna learn more. That's it. और क्या बोलूँगा, मैं बोल चुका हूँ ये वाली चीज़.
And regarding your all projects, what are your future goals?
So I want to make projects that benefit society at large, and impact many lives for the better.
How could your project help the government in a manner to change the country on a global level?
So I'm using AI and blockchain together. So I'd be using computer vision, WaveNet, NLP, and all of that to generate this sort of companion to humanity. And I'm also making a project which I call a real life search engine. It's still a prototype right now, and I'm getting it patented. I believe projects like this could save all of humanity's current problems. It would stop all thefts, all scams. क्या बोलूँगा, और मैं वो डिटेल्स दे दूँगा प्रोजेक्ट की. I don't want to.
Yeah, I think that's it. Let's not get into
Artificial intelligence, AI, the next future. Elaborate about the same.
So artificial intelligence, it's nothing just but smart code. It's overhyped to an extent. So what this is, there are multiple types that we could execute an artificial intelligence code. So there is the ever popular neural networks. So these learn by experience. So you could train them on image data sets, voice, and a bunch of other stuff. So these are implemented everywhere. You see, NLP, natural language processing, it's already being used in our smartphones for the virtual assistants and other stuff. And I believe काटना पड़ेगा, कट करना पड़ेगा, पॉज करो थोड़ी देर यार.
So have you said क्या global change आ रहा है तुम्हारे इसमें? Have you said?
So I'm working on this project which I like to call a real life search engine. So this is the perfect implementation of the ever popular Internet of Things. So this is a concept in which everything is connected together, and our intelligent AI models would basically monitor everything, and if there's something wrong, would report the officials and would act as a companion to whole of humanity. And along with that, I'm working on other projects as this is a project that I'm working for the army. And I'm also working on a project for wildlife conservation so that I could stop all of poaching that's happening and keep a track of animal species.
So are you already associated with anyone?
Uh,
You are fresh or doing something?
So I'm associated with a big media house. I'm working with them as in a project. अभी इसके ज़्यादा मैं disclose नहीं कर सकता.
that's it. That's enough. Thank you.